Airbnb has these things called categories. Tree houses, cabins, Shrek Swamp. I literally went to that one. I've stayed in quite a few categories so far, and out of all of the videos I make, I have the most fun staying in weird houses. I don't know. So I made it a life goal to stay in every single Airbnb category on the planet. Starting with boats. Let's go to Miami. How's this gonna work? How am I gonna sleep on that? I'm in Miami. Hey, hey. Sorry. Boats category is crazy because I didn't even know that boats had beds in them until I watched that Mr. Beast yacht video. That video taught me a lot of things. I'm currently at a dock and there's so many boats here, I don't know which one is the one that I'm staying in, but I do know that it comes with these amenities. Air conditioning, a washer but no dryer, a TV, a first aid kit. Apparently it's a waterfront property. Very nice. I hear that's rare. And the thing I'm most excited for, this Airbnb comes with a 2-hour charter from a real boat captain where he's gonna take me out into the ocean and hopefully bring me back. But like I said, I don't know which of these boats is the one that I'm calling home for the night, and in order to find out, I need to call a guy named Captain Joseph.
Hello.
Hey, Captain Joseph. This is Ryan.
Hey, how are you?
I made it to the boats.
You did? Awesome. Okay. Where are you?
Yeah, I think I'm at the welcome gate at Pier 3.
Okay, yeah, keep going to Pier 1.
Pier 1. And is, okay, I'll have to check which direction that is.
I'm on the boat right now, so.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you soon.
All right, see you soon.
All right, bye, Captain Joseph. Captain Joseph?
How are you?
Great, great. Thanks so much. This is the first Airbnb I've ever jumped onto, and that's pretty cool. Is this your boat?
Yeah.
Very nice. Cool. It seems as though I have arrived to the boat. This boat is a lot bigger than I expected. I think there's 3 stories on this boat. The upper level, the main level, and the living area. I guess there's only really one thing to do. How about a tour? This is the main living room, and right next to it is a small little kitchen. It comes with a microwave, a fridge with condiments for hot dogs, and then you just go down these stairs that lead to the bottom level. Bottom level. Okay. The first door that I open leads to... I don't know what this is. I don't actually want to know what this is. Anyways, the door across from that one is a bedroom. Awesome. I'm walking into what I assume is the master bedroom. Whoa! And there is a full-size bathroom on this boat. This is crazy.
I love these windows.
This bedroom is so cool. I decided to test out the bed and noticed this. Porthole. That sounds almost like an insult. That's what this is called. I had to look it up. Anyways, I'm gonna poke my head through it now. Sick. Bet you didn't see this one coming. Okay, back to the tour. Our last stop is the upper level. This is where you drive the boat, which is really convenient because it's charter time! Joseph, come back. Why'd he leave? So I thought Captain Joseph was coming back to drive me around on the boat, but it's actually a guy named Albert. Here he is. Yeah, Captain Albert. Yeah. Hey! I love waving at other people on boats. It makes me feel like we're part of a club. Captain Albert took me on a beautiful charter through the city of Miami. I did feel a little uncomfortable because I was worried that people thought this was my boat, and I feel like having a boat just doesn't represent who I am as a person, but regardless, I had a great time. I am back from my charter. Miami's crazy. Everyone is throwing a party all the time, like everybody. Saying goodbye to Captain Albert was honestly pretty emotional. He's the best, but now I actually have this boat all to myself. Party! Miami! I don't know. I've been to 2 parties in my life, and one of them was in 3rd grade. You can tell that these boats are pretty much made for partying. You've got single-use plastics everywhere. The patio deck has RGB lights, and there's a speaker in here the size of a small vehicle. It is actually Friday night as I'm filming this, but like most Fridays, instead of partying, I'm just gonna go pick up dinner somewhere, come back home, and watch Ratatouille. Yes, thank you. That dinner was so good. It was no Ratatouille, but if you can't tell, I'm really excited to watch Ratatouille. It's a top 5 movie of all time. Here's my list. I'm also just blown away that this boat has a shower in it. So I'm gonna use that to get the pasta sauce stains out of the crevices of my lips. I am now in bed. I'm clean, my belly is full, the RGB lights are off, the joyride is open. Let's watch Ratatouille. I'm watching this movie every night of this video because at the end, the last Airbnb category is top cities. And I'm taking Haley to Paris for the first time. I want it to be fun. I want it to be romantic. So I'm gonna plan activities around a movie based in Paris about a chef rat. The good news is, while I was watching Ratatouille, I realized I want to take Haley on a date to Gusto's.
Paris. All this time, I've been underneath Paris.
Good morning. I want to poke my head out of that hole one more time before I leave. Okay, let's go to the next one. Next category? Camping. We're going to Tennessee. I'm not really good at camping. Also, I get scared in the woods by myself. I'm in the woods. You might not be that impressed by this Airbnb behind me, but look at the listing. It has some of the highest ratings I have ever seen. Also, it's a guest favorite. Wow. People love it here. They say things like, beautiful camp, peaceful getaway. The chickens would not leave. They were kind. Oh, thank goodness. Kind is an interesting way to describe chicken, but okay. There was a single one-star review from Hannah who said, the Wi-Fi is unreliable. I was not able to get connected during the duration of my stay. Couldn't even watch a movie. No. How am I supposed to watch Ratatouille? Again, we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's check out our home for the night. No way. This is so cool. How about a tour? This Airbnb not only has a driver's seat with a steering wheel and some old buttons, but it also has a passenger seat, and right behind that, a full-size dining table. And behind the driver's seat, there's another seating area with room for two handsome guys. Perfect room just for that. There's a small kitchen equipped with a small faucet, a coffee maker, and a bunch of cute mugs. Oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute. Look at those. A fridge, a microwave, and a cute little oven. If you go a little farther, you'll find a door that leads to, guess what? A bathroom. Whoa. And lastly, my favorite part so far, a bed and a lava lamp. It also has a built-in reading light, which is literally Haley's dream. So the inside of the camper is obviously awesome. There is a lot more going on outside though. There's a really nice seating area. This is making me feel lonely, but that's fine. Oh, come on. In case your seating area and backup seating area get too full, there's also another seating area. Guess who's doing a campfire tonight? I'm the only option. It's just me. There is a really nice bathroom in the RV, but I don't think there's a working shower. I mean, if you take a look at the shampoo and conditioner, they look rock solid. They haven't been touched in a while, but that's okay because I have this. A shower! It's actually really cool. Looks like a very nice shower head, hot water, cold water. Shampoo and conditioner from this millennium. I saved the best for last. This is honestly the coolest part of this whole Airbnb. I don't even know what to call this, and I don't even know how they took pictures of it because it's kind of camouflaged. But look at this. It's a tree net. It's a hangout area made out of net. This is crazy. No way. Whoa. This is so cool. I feel like I'm gonna fall through. Is this a trampoline? I probably shouldn't jump on it. How's the weather down there? It's about that time of the night where I have to come clean about something. Most of you probably know this, but I've actually already been to a camping Airbnb.
Oh, wait, come on.
Really, Ryan? That's the all-time he's going to categories he's never been to before. Oh, what? Come on. Please, sue me. Please don't do that. Yes, it's true. I've been to many camping Airbnbs. Yes, my goal is to go to every single Airbnb category, but I love camping. I love the camping ones, okay? And I never stayed in a camper van anyway, so that's my excuse. I'm already having so much fun. I am currently trying to think of things to do. I already played in the tree net. I already sat in every chair on the premises so I don't feel lonely. I even explored the woods. I really wonder if they've got DoorDash out here. I can get Taco Bell delivered. Oh, can we keep the epic music going? Just want to make it feel like I'm doing something interesting. 5-layer burrito. I placed an order for Taco Bell, and my DoorDasher arrived quick. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Have a good one. I'm back on the tree net, got my Taco Bell. Somehow my Baja Blast is just suspended in thin air. That's pretty cool. I know it's not the most traditional thing in the world to order Taco Bell on a camping trip, but this is me time. I'm sorry. I lost my temper. I vowed to not order Taco Bell in this video again. In the meantime, I'm gonna eat this. Earlier, right after I placed my order, Haley actually FaceTimed me, which made me even more excited for Paris. I leave home to film videos a lot, and most of the time she doesn't come with me, so I couldn't be more excited. Also, it looks like she's filming a video as well. She's probably doing something super cute, like reading romantic books set in Paris. Meanwhile, I'm just watching Ratatouille every night. I enjoyed my Doritos Locos Tacos, and then decided to make a campfire. It was super easy because I'm pretty good at this stuff, like camping. It only took me an hour with pre-prepared firewood and a lighter, but we have a campfire. Yeah. All right. You know, the funny thing is it's actually 97 degrees outside right now in Tennessee. You can't just not make a campfire if you're camping. Now, I forgot to get s'more supplies on the way to this Airbnb, so with that being said, I would like to propose a new campfire tradition. We should all just eat Joyride sour strawberry ropes around controlled fires. I got sweaty and smelly from the fire, so this is the perfect opportunity to test out the shower. It's pretty nice. It's good. While brushing my teeth, I was extremely anxious about whether or not the Wi-Fi was gonna work. It has one bar, and it's literally called probably won't work. So here goes nothing. Oh yeah, it works. This is just such a good movie. So we already know that I want to take Haley to the equivalent of Gusteau's in Ratatouille in Paris, but after watching the movie for a second time, I now have the idea to actually try to cook Ratatouille with her in a Parisian kitchen. Neither of us are really good at cooking, but it seems romantic. Good morning! Waking up in the woods in this camper van is magical. You know, I went straight for that coffee maker so I could use one of these cute little nugs. And that I did. All right, let's go back to Florida. Man, these categories switch up quick. Yesterday I was camping in the woods. Today I have a red Tesla in the driveway. I don't think I'm allowed to drive it. So this mansion behind me is in the luxury category on Airbnb. According to the listing, it has 8 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, an 80-inch TV, an arcade, a pool with a water slide, a movie theater room, and a collection of pretty cool pillows. Well, I see why they call this one luxury. I have a feeling it's gonna take a pretty long time to explore our home for the night. And if I wanna go down the water slide and play in the arcade, I better get going. Yeah, this place is luxury. I walked about 100 steps just to get to the living room that has an 80-inch TV, a seating area behind the seating area. When your couch needs a couch. You guys should see this kitchen. The kitchen is huge. It comes with not one, but 2 dishwashers, a beautiful stove, and the biggest fridge I have ever seen in my life. Every object in this house is like 400% its normal size. Next, I walked into a bedroom. There are so many bedrooms in this house. And that was just downstairs, so let's continue the tour upstairs. There's another living room with a PS4. This must be for when the kids are grounded. Why is the PS4 mounted like that? There's a home gym with a flat screen TV and a full movie theater room. Whoa! I wonder what we should watch tonight. Lastly, I'm heading downstairs to check out this water slide. It is every kid's dream to have a water slide at their house. That's crazy. I'm way too old to be doing that though, so I'm probably not gonna do it. I'm just kidding, I mean, I probably am. I cannot express how fun this is. I'm pretty sure my phone is waterproof. Fingers crossed. Here we go. I'm not a very good swimmer, but it seems like my phone survived, so that's good. Yeah, that was awesome. The slide is really fun, and I'm probably just gonna hang out in the pool for a little bit, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I thought I finished the tour, but then I just remembered that there was supposed to be an arcade in this house, which is crazy that it might be potentially even bigger. I either found the arcade or I'm about to die. Let's see. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that's so cool. The record. Guess it's my house now. I spent way too long playing that game. I decided to go take a walk in one of the craziest neighborhoods I've ever seen. Every single house in this neighborhood is massive. I actually wonder, like, what do these people do all day? Most of them seem vacant too, which is crazy. Like, what should I do? I don't know what to even... Should I just go to Chili's? Yeah, I guess so. If there's anything that is good for the soul, it's going to Chili's by yourself, coming home to an empty mansion, sitting in your home movie theater, and watching Ratatouille. Colette kind of reminds me of Haley. Is that weird? Okay, this scene has nothing to do with it, all right? Bonjour. That movie theater room is amazing. Don't worry, everybody. I already did my nighttime routine, such as brush my teeth. That's all I did tonight. Also, I realized I didn't even go hunting for the pretty cool pillows. After some digging, I decided it's probably the ones in the bunk bed room. Those are pretty cool. This has been an incredible day. Guess we'll just have to start all over again tomorrow. Good night. Oh, we should transition to the next day. Let's get to our next Airbnb. Florida, you've been good to me, but my heart is on a farm in New York. We're a long way from Orlando. It's about 1,200 miles. I looked it up. I was curious. I have been so excited for the farms category. I grew up in a small little farm town in Texas, except we pretty much just grew rice, like a bunch of rice everywhere. I went to Rice High School. They named our school after it. The reviews for this farm, they're good. Carlos says it's much better than the photos. Hardy says beautiful, peaceful, quiet. And Oken says there was no dream and there was a problem with heater. The person is not going. And that was the only 1-star review, so I don't know what that means. It doesn't make sense. But here's my plan. The cabin behind me is 168 square feet. I want to explore it. The property is 3.4 million. I want to explore it. But I'm just a man, so I need to be selective. On the Airbnb listing, they have photos of flower fields, a big sign that says farm, and a goat. I'm gonna need a picture with all three. I'm gonna go in there. Upon walking up to this farmhouse, I got really nervous because the door is locked. But the key is it's just hanging right in front of the door. And that is pretty cool. But what's it gonna be like inside? Okay, we need a tour. The farm cabin comes with a bed fit for a king. It's actually a queen-size bed. A cute little seating area with an air conditioner. All the electricity comes from these generators outside. There's also a Polaroid camera for guests. One photo only. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a photo later. Just a few steps away from the cabin is an outhouse. No running water at this farm, but there is a urinal. Dude. The biggest fly in the world is in this bathroom. Hey man, you can have it. You can have it. I don't need to go yet. There's also a great seating area with a fire pit, a grill, and a picnic table. In conclusion, I love the farm. Don't be surprised if I just vanish one day, because I actually just came here to live here. I'm gonna go explore. Guess I'm just gonna cut some flowers. I don't know. I spent some time looking around the flower fields to find the most beautiful flower for Haley. And I found this one. I really like this one. I think she's gonna like it. This flower is unbelievable. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look real. It's kind of furry. It's beautiful. And I just cut it for Haley. So I don't know if it'll survive all the way to Paris, but kind of still romantic. So next I'm exploring the farm a little bit more. Look at this tractor. I think I just suffered a minor tear in my knee just now. Guys, I think I found the goat. It's an actual goat right there. You might have been anticipating a joke of some sort, but nope, not here. While walking back to the Airbnb, I did find the big sign that says farm. I probably look so cool right now. I got the 3 photos that I dreamed of capturing when I first saw this Airbnb listing, and then I headed back to our little farmhouse. I've got to say, I've had so much fun so far on this trip. The boat was incredible. Camping was awesome. The mansion was big. It was fun though. But coming to this farm, this feels restful. It feels like I won some sort of prize. And it's not every day you get to feel like that, to feel like you won a prize of some sort. However, I love saying however. In case you've been living on a farm, I have a candy brand called Joyride. My dream is to make Joyride successful enough to where all these other candy brands who pack their candy with fake colors, junk ingredients, and who knows what else, to stop using that stuff because we don't have to. Joyride is made with no fake colors, no junk ingredients. We have an amazing selection of candies, and it tastes amazing. So that's my dream. But how is it actually gonna happen? We have to become the #1 selling candy in Target. We have been climbing the ranks for months. We started at number 47, and last month we were number 5 in candy sales in Target. So if you don't live in America, go follow Joyride Sweets on Instagram. That would actually help us so much. But if you do live in America, please go to Target and get yourself a bag of Joyride. Join the climb. Truly, thank you so much for the support on Joyride. I love this candy. I'm so proud of it. Seeing you guys enjoy the candy makes me so happy. So thank you so much. I need to figure out what to eat for dinner. I don't think there's any food here. Can I DoorDash something? I promised you guys I would not order Taco Bell again in this video. And I don't want to break that promise, but I see Taco Bell with a 17-minute delivery time to a farm. It simply had to be done. Found me.
Yep.
Cheers. Thanks so much.
No problem.
Have a good one. You know, I was already pretty sold on farm life, but the fact that I can get Taco Bell in 15 minutes here. Where do I sign up? I'm a little worried the fly is still in here. Nighttime routine. It's kind of crazy. There's no running water, but I'm about to do this. Oh my gosh. I'm about to do the exact same nighttime routine as I did in the mansion. Why are lights turning off? Okay, let's get it. First, I brushed my teeth as lights randomly keep turning off. I actually sweat a lot today, so I decided to clean my face with this water. Haley got me this stuff and told me to put it on at night, and that's pretty much gonna do it. All right, nighttime routine complete. I guess that means it's about that time. Ratatouille! If you're judging me for watching Ratatouille this many days in a row, think about the weirdest thing you've ever done that you've never told anybody. Pretty weird, huh? This is me. I think it's apparent I need to rethink my life a little bit. What's my problem? First of all, I'm a rat. They left a camera in the Airbnb. I think it's for guests. And as I finished up Ratatouille for the 4th time, I just cannot believe that I'm really going to Paris with Haley. I cannot believe I'm going there tomorrow. Well, not Ratatouille. I don't think that's a real place, but Paris is real. It is. If I see a rat in Paris, I'm actually going to lose it. I'm going to try to pick it up and bring it back to the Airbnb to cook food for us. In case you haven't noticed, I'm really excited. Okay, I'm excited to go to Paris, and I'm excited to see Haley. Tomorrow's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be so much fun, and honestly, the best case scenario is that we just cut to morning right now. Buongiorno. Let's go to Paris. We made it to Paris! that was fun. The Eiffel Tower is right there, and our Airbnb is somewhere behind us. I think it's in this building. I'm pretty sure it's in this one.
Come back at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, all glittery, all lit up, all glittery.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely amazing. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, all right. Well, we've got a game plan for 9 o'clock. It's been a really long journey to get here, but obviously this is the Airbnb that I've been most excited about for this video.
Same.
This is Haley's first time in Paris. I've been here a couple times for other videos. The European Penny series, that time I rode a train through Europe, and I love Paris. And so far, Haley
loves it.
Paris. Let's go check in.
How about a tour?
Yes. This apartment is comprised of 4 simple rooms. The entryway, the bedroom, the bathroom, and the living room.
This is the bedroom. We have a tiny desk for writing or playing Squad Busters or something of the such. We have a bed. At least I think that's what's under all that. Here we have a Dyson mechanism. Does anyone know what this is? I don't know what this is.
This is the bathroom. It comes with a huge bathtub, massive. I fit in here fine. There is also a very nice toilet that is suspended in the air. I'm technically flying right now. A beautiful vanity with lots and lots of French pastries. Toiletries. Look at how beautiful this cabinet is. Is this normal in Paris? This is crazy. Stained glass windows, 2 of them. And lastly, a shower. You wanna go to the living room?
I feel like I'm in an AI generative fill living room right now. Here we have the couch and other chairs.
And we saved the best for last. This is 100% the reason why you would book this Airbnb. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Paris! At 9 o'clock, we're gonna see those sparkles, mister. I'm talking about that guy, the guy we saw earlier. We are gonna sit on this balcony and look at the Eiffel Tower because that's probably the most fun and romantic thing we could possibly do right now. And then I think we're gonna eat dinner and go to sleep. But then we have the best day in Paris ever of all time tomorrow. After watching Ratatouille, my romantic date ideas pretty much summed up to these. We tried going to the restaurant that inspired Gusto's, but unfortunately it was fully booked. Remy must still be head chef or something. So we ate at this little restaurant instead. I got a burger and Haley got chicken. Please don't judge us. I know we shouldn't have ordered this stuff. We are simply Texans, okay? Anyway, we shared this yummy dessert and then headed back to the apartment to see the Eiffel Tower at 9 o'clock. And boy, was that guy right. Look! That's crazy. Good morning, Paris. We just slept for 12 hours, and this is the only Airbnb of the video that we are staying for 2 nights. So let's go have the best day ever in Paris. First, we're going to a bakery. Haley loves chocolate croissants, and this bakery's pastries are incredible. Next, we went to this local shop. I don't want to just come across to people as a typical American tourist, so we picked up some merchandise that will help us blend in. I think this shirt is perfect. And I like the beret.
Thank you.
We don't look like tourists at all. You actually look cool. Behind us is a grocery store, and it's about that time that we go shopping for ratatouille ingredients. The ingredient list is simple. Ratatouille calls for eggplant, bell peppers, zucchini, tomatoes, onions, garlic, and olive oil. Ratatouille time! The main narrative of the Ratatouille movie is Gusteau, the best chef of all time, pretty much, says that anyone can cook.
I don't know if that's true, Gusto.
We have here the ingredients for a perfect ratatouille dish. Let's see if Gusteau is right. Here goes nothing. Gusteau, your theory's gonna have to wait. We didn't even think about the fact that there's no oven in here. There's no stovetop to cook the ratatouille. How about a picnic?
That sounds good.
Everybody comment, nice save, Ryan. Down below, please, I'm serious. I probably should have looked at the Airbnb listing. It clearly says no cooking equipment, but that's okay because we took a short walk to the Eiffel Tower. I reached in my backpack and pulled out my flour from the farm and surprised Haley with it. We shared a little snack and even found a rat. There's actually a rat just running around the Eiffel Tower if you wanted to know. Remy! We had a truly magical day, but there's really only one way to spend our last night in Paris. Thanks so much for watching. 5 more categories down, many more to go. Let me know which categories I should try next. Thank you to everyone who has been going to Target and buying Joyride, joining the climb. We literally became a top 5 candy in Target this month, and it's all thanks to you guys. Lastly, the video on the screen right now is the one that YouTube thinks you'll like the most. So click it. Tap the video on the screen right now. Give it a watch. You guys are the best. I had so much fun filming this video. Love you. Bye.